very big tip, and that is pricing, which I'm gonna get to in a moment, but pricing really screwed me over. So one moment, let's get these other things out of the way and we'll get to pricing. So hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Catherine, and on this channel we talk about how to make money online, how to travel the world, and how to do both at the same time. So if that interests you at all, go ahead, do yourself a favor, subscribe. And it does me a favor, I really appreciate it. It really supports the channel, so thank you. You're a real one. Thanks. I feel like a dark figure with this sweater. I got new clothes and I feel very dark. But anyway, today we're talking about multi-day classes on Outschool, how to make them, some pointers, some things I learned from doing them, and my tips for you. I have one multi-day class going on right now. It's called Improv 101. I'm actually gonna make a video all about how I teach that, so like I said, subscribe so you don't miss that video. But I'm gonna just go over some things that I learned from making that class. I really enjoyed multi-day classes. I definitely want to make more of them in the future, and it was just a lot of fun to do. So yeah. So what I did first was I decided on the price I wanted everyone to pay me, and then I worked backward from there. So I wanted to make a multi-day course that was at least 4 to 6 weeks long, and I would get paid at least $100 to $130 per student. So that's kind of where I started. From there I was like, well, I have to pay Outschool 30%, then I gotta take some out for taxes, so I'm gonna go with the $130 price point. And then from there I was like, what can I do to make it valuable for my students for them to want to pay $130? Now, my whole multi-day course was on improv, and I found that improv is a very successful course for me on Outschool. I've had a lot of students take my improv class, leave me lots of 5-star reviews, and I'm so thankful for it. So they actually asked for a multi-day class, so I delivered. So that's kind of where I started. I would not suggest starting off with a multi-day class if this is your very first Outschool class, or you know, you've never made a booking on Outschool. If you're brand spanking new to Outschool, do not do a multi-day class. Start with a one-time class. I actually have a whole video on how to make your first class, so watch that. Okay. So after I decided that I wanted my price point to be $130 per student, I just thought of things that would make it worth $130. So I made the course 6 weeks long, and in that 6 weeks we would learn a different skill every week. We would learn a different skill, we would play games that would, you know, enhance that skill, integrate that skill into their performances. I think that's a better phrase. If it didn't take up all class, it took up majority of class, and then I said, you know, if there's any time left, we'll play some fan favorites, whatever games the kids want to play, which is typically World's Worst if you're an improv person. Besides the 6 weeks learning a new skill, I also told the parents in my description that I would be adding a worksheet. I would post a worksheet in the classroom on Outschool after every class, just as a review for what they learned that day. Now, I did not do homework. I do not do homework. I do not do assessments. Why? Because that's a lot of BS work for me to do, okay? They don't want to do homework. I don't want to look at their stupid homework. So I don't know if you're a teacher, if you're the teacher who likes homework, who's like, I'm gonna make them do homework. Why? Just why? I genuinely want to know why. Like, what does that do for you? Because for me, it's just a lot of added stress. So I tell people, don't do homework. Don't do assessments. It's not worth it, in my opinion. So I made it very clear that that worksheet was not homework. It was not an assessment. It was just basically a review, a summary of everything that I taught that day, and I would publish it in the classroom, usually ahead of time, like as soon as I was done making the worksheet. On Outschool, you can just go ahead and go into the classroom and post it. You make a normal post, and then it'll ask you if you want to publish now or publish later, and if you want to publish later, you schedule it. So that's exactly what I did. 10 out of 10, recommend. And how I made the worksheet, I used Canva. I freaking love Canva. I actually got a free version of Canva because I am an educator, a teacher. So if you want to also get the free version of Canva Pro, watch this video. Okay, I will link it in the description, but really just click that iCard and a bunch of really helpful videos will come up. But yeah, get the free version of Canva Pro, make some worksheets. It's very easy and very fun. Also, the PowerPoints that I did for these multi-day classes was just on Google Slides. I just pull it up, I would share the screen, bada bing, bada boom, done. The course image, like my other course images, I made it on Canva. Again, go get free Canva Pro. This is how I make all my course images, so check out that video. But yeah, in case you don't know how to make it. And then my class video, like I make my other class videos, I pretty much reiterate what I stated in the description. So I went over what each week was going to be about, what we were going to learn, that they would have a worksheet after every class that pretty much summarized what they've already done. So yeah, that's pretty much what the video is for me. If you don't know how to do the video, here is another video. I'm just linking you all over the place. But anyway, back to the important thing, because I have a very big tip, and that is pricing, which I'm going to get to in a moment. But pricing really screwed me over. So one moment, let's get these other things out of the way and we'll get to pricing. So the age range, 5 years. Typically I tell people to do anywhere from like 2 to 3 years, really keep it small. I said, you know what, let's go big or go home. So I made it 5 years. So I made this for 9 to 14-year-olds. I might make it 8 to 13-year-olds, to be determined. And then the email that you send to the parents, I literally just copy the description and I put it in the email. And at the bottom I say XOXO Catherine. Not really, I say thanks. See you in class, Catherine Davis. Pricing. This was almost very bad for me because at the end, after you're done, you know, typing out everything that you want in this class, the end it asks you how much you want to charge. Now, I'm used to ongoing classes, I'm used to one-day classes, so I put the price per class. So I put $22, thinking that the system would know. You do $22 times 6, that would be whatever 20 times 6 is. That is not how it works. In that price point box, you need to put the price of the entire course, what you want to be paid per the entire course. So instead of putting 22, I had to erase it and put 130. Now I learned this because a very nice parent reached out to me. He's also an Outschool teacher and said, hey, I saw you made this multi-day class. My daughter's very excited for it. However, you put the price point as $22. You probably did not realize that was $22 for the whole 6 weeks, not per class. So you would actually get paid like 3 something if you did not change it from 22 to whatever you really want it to be. So go and change that. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, sir, kind sir, for saving my life. So I then went back and I changed it to $130 per student, and yeah, do not make that mistake. Luckily he was very nice and told me, but I would have been pissed if I had to do 6 weeks of classes and was only paid like $70 for 6 weeks. No, did not work, did not work. Definitely, when you do the little price thing, put the full amount of the full course. They're buying the course all at once and you get paid all at once, which brings me into my next point. How you get paid for multi-day classes. After all the students that have signed up, you're gonna teach on that first day, you teach that first day, and then the following week, 7 to 10 business days later, you will get paid the full amount of the course. So I was paid like $650, I think, for everyone who signed up for my improv course, and I was paid $650 in one day, literally a week after. So for the next 6 weeks, I never got paid for that course again because I was paid all up front at the beginning. So just keep that in mind. That's why I think I want to do like a 4-week course instead. Maybe make it $100. I don't know. I'm still playing around with all this stuff. But yes, I really like multi-day classes. I really enjoyed getting paid $650 all in one day. That was so amazing. I would like more paydays like that, so that's why I'm gonna make more multi-day classes. If you're thinking about making a multi-day class, please comment what you want to make a multi-day class about down below. I just find it interesting. I always want to know what other people are teaching on Outschool. And if you're not an Outschool teacher yet and you'd like to become one, all of that is linked in the description. That's a referral link. It helps me, and in return, I help you become a teacher and start making money, like $50 days. It's amazing. So yes, again, if this video is helpful at all, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps me and I really appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Oh, and of course, subscribe. Okay, bye. What was this? Bye. The shadow of darkness. That's what I feel like right now. This like nice fun cheery background. Also, map linked in description. It is an affiliate link. But I just feel like I really like this sweater. It's really cute in my opinion, but very dark, very eloped, enveloped in darkness. Anyway, not what you came here for. Not what you came here for.